before we let you go, there's this gist that is brewing that we just have to let you enter this matter.
Hey, let me drink my tea.
Drink it fast.
And the Dibia matter, Two-Face. I know it's not why you're Dibia now.
No, it's Two-Face matter. Annie.
Two-Face with Dibia. It's a serious matter that honestly I have been totally away from until this morning where there's breaking news. I just saw it this morning. And it's not funny because honestly it's a learning curve for a lot of us. Everybody, and it's important for us to not to joke about it, but to actually see how we can learn from it. So I think I'll let Nima. Nima always tries to. Nima is the right person to always give us a summary of this kind of gist. Nima always sabi all the angles.
She's always saying that.
Okay, BC.
First of all,
let me let you establish.
I need to see Dibia until
she can. So BC, establish what is going on.
Okay. So I was just around yesterday, drinking water and minding my business when I just entered the streets of Instagram, and I saw a brother Two-Face. He was sitting down doing like a press briefing or a press conference to the viewers, and I saw our Nigerian flag behind. So I thought maybe he has joined politics or something, or he wanted to just intimate us with the policies of our president. Only for me to be hearing that people have been alleging, they're alleging. Anyway, let them allege whatever they want to allege. That he's dating the honorable in Nima State. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. He's dating her. In fact, he loves her. He wants to marry her. People can go ahead and allege whatever. That he's okay with his annual. They are
Let me not stress you too much. Let us play the video.
Okay.
We cannot stress you.
Okay.
Let's watch the video.
We have been seeing so many things. So many people coming up with their own false narratives and false talk and malicious nonsense. After I posted that stuff that I posted, yes, I posted what I posted, and any person will get breathe, they understand, But for all of the people that have been saying different stuff that do not have any absolute clue of what's going on, I hell now. In a life, perfect guy, not too much. You understand? See, everybody's going to be alright. Everybody's fine. There's no fights. There's no quarrel. There's nothing. I said what I said. All of us will be alright, and all of us are working to do bigger and better things. You understand what I'm saying? And Honorable Natasha, I see she has been dragged. She has been called all sorts of names. She has been labeled as the homebreaker. She's a young, brilliant.
Just okay. Let me come to you, Amaka.
Yes, the part that did not add is that after he now finishes his press conference of standing behind this woman, he now posted her and said, Nigerians, as if people like to put mouth in everybody's matter. They could not follow me, beggar to marry me. Hey,
Maka, why are you laughing like this? This matter is not a
love, sweet. Depending on how the love is going.
What kind of love is that? No, Maka, don't let me fight you in this table.
No, all of us.
We are
calming down.
But he said he does not want to. We want to force marriage.
Take whatever team you like.
The 2 people said they don't want again.
As far as we are concerned, we are not a party to that marriage. Were you there?
No, I was not there. They didn't tell me.
So we are only. We are only reading what we are reading, and as soon they do video, we are seeing.
Yes,
for Punch to report this gist, put the girl picture.
National policy.
You don't turn to national issue. It's a national issue. Yes, and me, I'm looking at Two-Face and seeing this middle-age crisis thing that Ibrahim Thatcher addressed the other time. When we say women always bottle up, women pile up. When you are now weak and she's in strength, she go retaliate. It happen to men too. Now they call middle-age crisis, where the man will now be. He didn't send nobody. He doesn't give a something. He will not give a thing. That's why he will be misbehaving, doing everything that you would have thought is impossible. After all I have been through with you, say, what again?
For women to have middle-age crisis, it's both sides.
No. You know that we like to talk about.
Say, I'm done. Woman too, in her middle age, she's like, she's done too.
That's our own we like to enhance. We don't like to see the men on that is the same thing. He is done. It will want to. It's the age of rebellion. Hold on.
Yes.
It's the age of rebellion. It's the age of I don't send, I don't give anything. That thing. Nothing.
We don't give 2 of it.
I just want to be focusing on self-love, myself, and me and my happiness. See the babes now. Those girls, they fine.
Actually fine though.
You know, as a woman, I understand Annie's plight. I do. But I also wasn't there, and I cannot come and invalidate Two-Face's whatever feeling he has. I cannot invalidate it. Neither can I invalidate Annie's own. So I'm not for nobody. I'm not for anybody. Not for nobody. I'm not for anybody. I'm not for nobody. But the girl fine.
Let me bring in your view angle, which is that what we do on this table, we hear the story. We understand the story and we pack the story. And then we elicit the learnings from this. So when we're going to break, when we come back, we're going to start from Annie being a young 15-year-old girl, falling in love with this artist. All the various levels of heartbreak she's been through, to the point where this man emotionally abused her in many ways. And then now, X amount of years down the line, he says he has met a new love. Are we supposed to accept that? That's the conversation. I'm not sure if Dr. Ena was coming right now, but let me come to BC because I was saying before the show, yes, we've seen the issue, right? What kind of lessons can we learn from this?
Lessons full ground. Just be picking the one that resonates. Picking, and also help people, young people around you, not to make some certain mistakes. Now, what I see here is both of them are victims of their situationship. From the beginning, I wouldn't have called it a marriage because I can't be in a relationship with you and you are busy dropping children outside and I am still loving you. I know the grace. I wouldn't have stayed, right? But she stayed through it all. She saw the red flags, the Red Sea, not even, the Two-Face is a walking Red Sea, not even red flag. She saw the Red Sea before she decided to tie the knot with him. Was she expecting him to change overnight? We need to understand that men don't change. They get worse with age. So the package you get from the beginning, you ask yourself, am I ready to deal with this? We've had, I remember the first time we talked about it, that Nima was saying that we've had mothers who stayed. They know that this one is a mad person.
So
I focus on my self-love, I focus on my children, I focus on my business, and I mind my business. Do you have the capacity to stay? That's the question you'll be asking yourself. Apparently from, if you look at their history and how she would go around, according to people, allegedly chasing girls, fighting them, eyeing them for looking at him and all of that, you will know that she does not have the capacity to collect all of this nonsense. But she stayed for whatever reason.
True love.
True love. I don't want to use the word that came to me so that they don't come after me again and say, you know, when somebody's down, feel for the person. But this is not love. It's not love. It's obsession. When you cannot give what you do not have. You cannot love somebody from an empty place. You have to be full to be able to give true love. You have to have loved yourself to be able to give true love. You can be in love with somebody and not end up with that person you love from afar because you realize that you are not compatible.
Love is
and
not
that
enough,
coming together will be toxic for your mental health. You love the person, but you let the person go. That's true love. So if she truly loved herself and she decided to give Two-Face the true love, she wouldn't have stayed in that relationship. From that first belle where they give another person, that relationship would have ended. But she may still have supported his career, do what she needed to do, but she will know that I cannot be in a whether partnership or relationship with this sort of person for my own sake. So she abandoned herself and focused on her obsession. And that's the result of what we're seeing today.
No, honestly, I mean, you make very good points. I would say, did she know herself? So even when we're talking medically, your frontal lobe does not even develop until you're well into your 20s. Then a man's zone does not even develop. So I heard you say this relationship started at age 15. Come on. So he defined her from a young age. He was her definer. And so she didn't even know who she was or what she could be. Probably her likes and her predilections were governed by what he liked and what he gravitated towards. So at the end of the day, when everybody knows you or defines you by this relationship, then you're afraid to leave because it's like, who am I? Who am I going to go to? And you know, the shame that comes along with that, especially when you're young. So for me, I'm like, man, I just hope that at this point she has come to know who she is.
Now?
And yes, now. Because I can't even hit her over the head because she's so young. And I know you were talking about it that, you know, her women, the women around her, who were the voices, who was her support system. I think that is so key.
Let me pause you for a second because I remember this thing. I can't remember who said what, but I remember during that period when there was the question of should she or should she not go with Anne? They would go with Two-Face. And people were saying Hillary Clinton stayed though. Our mothers stayed though.
Which of your mothers? My mother knows
now. That there's something called true love. Yes, you might be dropping babies here and there, but if you love somebody with all your heart, then you love the person. And there were people, I don't want to mention names, that were supporting this union. Suddenly, because the man has now worked out, we are now changing him out. Me, I don't understand.
But true love is two ways.
Auntie, please.
Let me ask more things. Our mother stayed. Our mother stayed. My mother did not stay.
See.
So our mothers are different.
My people. You call the Hillary Clinton. She's coming from a place of empowerment and choice.
Thank you.
She sit down gidigba. She sabi herself.
And she ran for president.
Do you know what that is?
She had an ambition.
See, it's so funny how we women, we need to choose what we want from this man. We say men lie, men are scam, men are the... Two-Face don't come telling truth. Talk about CB. Put the cards on the table. You want to kill him? I appreciate a man that tells me, baby girl, I don't love you no more. I used to love you. I don't love you no more. I appreciate and respect that man that can tell me that so I can move on with my life. Not a man that holds me down because of what society says. You should respect that man. That is the truth. Two-Face never lied. He did not come and pretend that he was a saint. He never promised Annie monogamy. He came and he showed you by words and action the man that he is. Why do you want him to change?
He can't.
What is your problem?
He can't.
I have love and empathy for Annie, but sister, he told you who he was. Why do you want him to be somebody else?
Okay, at this junction.
Oh yeah, enter.
At this junction, I'm for Annie.
You have to pick a side.
Pick a side.
Because all of us cannot just be facing front. Now we know what we do, women.
Yeah.
We know when the choice has to be made between having a child. We know the burden. We know how it is to carry a pregnancy. Me, for one, my mouth cannot even be sharp when they're talking about pregnancy and I'm saying ordinary pregnancy. I dare not. Not be for this my mouth. It's not ordinary. It is a life or death for me. My eyes see some things. So I know what it is. And then I have a problem. I said it earlier. Annie does not have the proper mentors. I'm not dealing with you, Annie. I'm talking about the aunties, the mothers in your circle. Because life happened to our mothers before it happened to us. That's so they tell us how to deal with it when it comes to our turn. Thank you to my auntie. People who would... So I married at 26. Put my hand under their armpit and say, Didi, you are So what's your next plan? You are done crying. 2 days never reach you. Get up. What's your next plan? What is the next step? What is your future? You come, you see them. When life happens to them, they are willing to step back a bit, lose status a bit to regain status. You see how they, push themselves. And then you know that, how many men? 10 men die, all women standing. You can rise again.
True.
But the way she has dealt with the shocks of it to the point of substance abuse, it's because the women there did not tell her, Auntie, no, it's not the solution.
That may not be the reason for the substance abuse.
But it was to release something. Did you know what Amaka read out? Let me read Auntie Natasha profile. Auntie Natasha is deputy majority leader. Hold on. Deputy majority leader Edo State House of Assembly. She dey come house, they ban her. As if she dey bring trouble, only her working, all man trouble. She dey come to House of Assembly, they ban her. Because she dey wear shades.
Okay, now she wear that cap.
Now she wear shades. They ban her. She dey only she want trouble. Imagine that kind of thing. If you are not at par, you not see that way. I see your own people don't give you the windshields. I'm dealing with an Edo woman. You don't see windshield. They go hit you. Something go pass through you.
I don't understand what she said.
Please hold on. What has hit her is not ordinary.
Okay.
No, do you think it's about this lady?
It's not. No. This lady own this lady own a hurricane.
Let's separate it.
No, BC. Hold on. You see this one where hit her. Now hurricane.
Yes. Is it Annie or
then
lady?
Okay,
this lady has happened to Annie.
Okay, let me bring the perspective.
Hold on.
Lady out of
I want to land somewhere now. They make me confused.
Okay, sorry.
This lady has happened to Annie's marriage. I don't want to care about all the ones that are passed. Annie was able to overcome them. The point is that she was able to stay home and he was able to declare and he do his vow. But when this one happened,
she couldn't retain.
She did that. She has not gotten up since then.
Point taken.
This
there's an angle that we've not talked about.
Okay.
Natasha's angle. Natasha is coming to a man who has said that he told us who he is.
Yes.
Can she sustain what Two-Face might do for her in future?
Is Two-Face ready for what Natasha will do to him? This one I don't person. I said she's coming, only her one trouble. Enough for the House of Assembly full of men to banter. Mean that she's trouble. Is Two-Face ready? Because this is not Annie.
Yeah.
You see that thing where they walk out and down. If you don't rise again, no.
Annie was
saying the day where he go reach, he go bow.
Let me drink.
Don't worry, her silly girl. Annie was naive when Two-Face met her, right? And like the right doctor said, that Two-Face defined her, right? Now, Natasha, on the other hand, is a mature woman who knows herself. To be in politics is not an easy feat, right? If he is a runner. She knows herself. She knows what she wants. She has seen all the Red Sea.
31-year-old.
Yes, and she chooses that, okay, in this one, I want to play for whatever reason and for whatever period. She may want to, in her mind, she may want to play for just a few years. You know, just have the fun of it. Let's even taste this one. Everybody's, dying for and all of that. And dump him afterwards. She may also continue. She may find love with him and all of that. But she looks like someone that has the capacity to take any trouble that is coming. So she knows already that there are children everywhere. There are babies, mamas everywhere. There's a wife somewhere. And she chooses to put her head. So she's good. We cannot even say that she will suffer that one. Anything she sees there, she has the capacity, I believe, to handle it. But what I'm seeing in this situation is, we also touched on the fact that the people around Annie did not give her the right advice as a young child. That's on one hand. I blame her parentage. I blame her society. I blame the people surrounding her at that time. And they may also have tried. Because growing up, I saw girls that fell in love with stupid boys. They will go and sleep there. Their parents will go with cane, with police. They still choose that I will die with these chooks. Or I will die with this Peter. There's nothing you can do when a woman chooses who they fall in love with. I blame her more because she was not the only person that started dating at 15. Some of us started at that age. Some started at 17. And some people were able at that age, and probably also because of maybe confidence from home or whatever it is, were able to decipher that this will not work for me, even at that early age. I've shared an experience here where my boyfriend said I should come and do blood oaths. I was 17 at the time, so that I would not run away from him. And I asked myself, blood oaths with who? What if I don't like you again tomorrow? I don't have any parents around me to advise me. I advised myself. So we should train our children enough to be able to take charge of what they want, know what they want, identify what they want, know what they want, even at an early age, so that you don't get into a relationship and you are constantly struggling, you are constantly crying, and you say it's love. If I cry 2 times for a man, I don't love you with that again.
Let's face the man for a second.
Why?
Let's face Two-Face, because I don't understand why Maka is saying that he spoke his truth. This man, I don't think he should go scot-free for what he has done, how he has, I think in my own heart, probably damaged this young woman.
How?
Because I feel that he has led her on. The truth is that maybe it was societal pressure that caused him to stay with this young woman. Maybe for whatever reason, at what point he needs to tell us society, because we're there when they were getting married, where this society was there. At what point did you say no more with Annie? At what point did you feel that you can desert Annie? What audacity do you have to say you are falling out of love for Annie?
Can I respond? Morayo, in this life, you come alone, you go alone.
Thank you.
You die alone. What are you talking about? How dare I put the responsibility of my happiness, my life, everything concerning me as a human being, my purpose on a human being? I must be very stupid. And I want to believe that Annie is not stupid. I'm giving her grace. Let me land. No, let me land. I want to believe that even when you're young and foolish and you don't know anything, you grow up and you evolve and you have friends and you see things happening. At least you read book, you're on Google, you're on social media, you're on YouTube. There are so many opportunities for you to learn and evolve.
When do we tell a man to learn and also take responsibility for his own actions?
Let me tell you something. The only last words I have here, because we don't have time for me to really pour out my heart, is that every woman, don't be comfortable.
away.
Don't sit down with that because he loves me. I'm a lover girl. The air he breathes. No, upgrade yourself so that you are indispensable. Even the ones that upgrade and are indispensable, they still dispense them. They are not guarantees in life.
Well, I would say that if you have a healthy relationship, this does not sound like it was a healthy relationship.
It wasn't.
Right? But if you do have a healthy relationship, even with that, people can grow apart. But to prevent that, you have to constantly be in communication, constantly challenge yourselves. Hey, how are you? What's going on? What's going on new in your life? What are your new dreams? What are your new goals? So that you both grow together. Because we've seen it so many times where people are like, irreconcilable differences. We grew apart. We did this, we did that. And I don't feel like that always has to be the end of these things. Exactly. But I do agree with you that as women, we owe it to ourselves to get to know ourselves, to stand strong in who we are, and to know what we like and we don't like, to set our boundaries, and to have the person that we're with respect those boundaries, and vice versa. Is a two-way. You cannot be loving and then they don't love you back.
Doctor, is it safe to say now that in this love relationship, you should keep some percentage to your heart? Don't give your all.
Don't give it all.
It's a question.
No, you have to keep.
I have to question to ask doctor because go ahead, Liman.
Well, let me just say this to Two-Face.
You know, talk to Two-Face for me.
What me I have seen in my small under 40 life is that men that go around like this, they always hit judgment day with one woman.
Yeah, they do. True.
You see this thing you have been doing.
That you're doing. You're not yet 60, you're not yet 70. I'm waiting for you.
She's a 31-year-old lawmaker from Ego in Edo State. She went to the polls. That means in her constituency she campaigned.
Yes, so she waka.
She go waka your matter. You see that waka, you go get handy. Let's be watching.
Okay. He may also get away scot-free. I have also seen men who have done this.
Some know they get scot.
And they have money. They have kept money for their burial.
Yes. You see this thing called karma. You know they invite people for meeting.
No, listen now.
No, karma no they invite people.
We have to wrap up. Good human beings.
It's
not about the end.
I'm
not there tomorrow, but you people should enjoy it.
We'll do part 2 because this matter is still brewing. It's still. I mean, there's a lot of layers and layers on this story because a lot of women have to learn, and a lot of men also have to learn because the truth is that this was a public relationship, and that's why we're discussing it. But that's all we can take on today. So, Dr. Ena, thank you so much.
Thank you for
joining us. Enjoyed your time with us.
We
hope to have you right back soon.
Thank you.
These are new matters, as I said. We'll do part 2 tomorrow. Nima, you're on set?
I'm set.
I know. Have a lovely day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye.